social enterprise is my joy. There's nothing better when you're running a company to have that as a focus. When you think you're not just making money as a company, that doesn't mean anything, that you're making money because at the end of the year you can give 10% of it away to a charity that you choose. It's one of my greatest joys. I work with the One Health organisation, and periodically we get together and say, I will give $10,000 to educating the Burmese kids about hygiene, because there's so much kids are dying because of diarrhea and stuff, because they don't know how to wash their hands. So we printed out, this literature in Burmese that went round to all the schools to educate the kids that they could get sick if they didn't wash their hands. That sort of stuff, At the moment, we're actually putting money towards educating the Indigenous people in Arnhem Land on how to eat correctly. And they've replied, but if the Westerners are eating, all of this packaged foods and all that, it must be good, because they believe that because it's sold in supermarkets, it must be okay, but they don't realise that they should be eating fresh foods, foods without sugar for sure, etc. So that we're putting money into educating to stop diabetes basically before it starts. And this gives me great pleasure. And not only that, more importantly, is that all of your staff love working for a company that is putting aside 10% towards social enterprise. They know it, they see all of the, ins and outs and stuff, and they're proud of the company they're working for, because they know that they're not just working for a company that's making money from them working for the company. And it's also assisted because we also have all of our staff, I'd like to have them all as shareholders, but they all share in a 10% bonus at the end of the year. So 10% of our profit goes towards the people who work in our company, which makes them more interested in the company, almost like shareholders, and at the same time 10% is going to good causes, and they love it, they're proud of it. You could interview any of our staff and they just love working for our company because of that. So it gives me joy. Otherwise it's just pure greed, and there's more to life than that, with so many people suffering out there. I am actually proud of the company now. We've consolidated and we're moving forward. I feel really proud of our company, but more so, I'm more proud of myself and my own role in the company, because I've stepped up to the mark. 20 years ago I was just a happy hippie near Nimbin and just pretty slacking away, and if you sent me an email, I don't know if emails were around in that time, but nevertheless, I'd reply in 2 weeks' time. Now I give instant answers. I've become more of an executive. I'm more on top of my game, and it's only because I've stepped up to what people expect me to be. And that's what I'm proud of. I've stepped up to be where people want me to be, as any of us do. When we're in a junior position, we can go, I don't know whether I can take on that job or that role in society, but you have to step up at some stage, and you do become what people expect of you. And I've got to that point in my life where I'm proud of not only the company, but my role in it and my stewardship of it, to be honest. I think my greatest joy is when we opened up in America. I thought that was a really feather in our cap, because America needs herbs more than anything, but really is when we start to grow. And I always had the vision of 10 shops. I just held the vision of having 10 shops. I thought that would be good, but when we went past 40 shops here in Australia, that was a milestone for me. That really was, it was just like amazing to think back. And it all happened organically. There was no pushing, no shoving, no advertising for people to take on a franchise. It just happened organically, and that is the milestone in itself. I feel I've achieved that. And as I said before, I'm looking forward to the new direction where we move away from the alternatives to drugs, more into the medicinal field with qualified people at the helm. That's my new mission. The Happy Herb Company is moving forward into the model where we have, qualified people on board where people can go to our shops for qualified advice on what herbs or supplements they should take. And that is our mission for the future. I believe we only walk this planet just once. And whatever we can do, we can't change the world. None of us can change the world, but we can change the world around us. And I feel it was my mission to bring, in my own way, a change by introducing people to natural herbs. And whatever it is that your mission, passion in life, follow it, because why waste your life just working for a boss somewhere, coming home, watching TV, waiting for the end of the year for a 3 weeks holiday. I use my life all of the time towards my mission and purpose. And we all have a mission and purpose. And that's what drives me and always will.